Growth doesn't happen in the soft spaces of comfort, it happens in the uncomfortable zones where discipline becomes our anchor. Discipline is a skill, a mindset, and a practice. And the truth is, it's often the only thing that stands between who you are now and the person you want to become. If you stay in the comfort zone, if you avoid doing what's hard, you may feel secure in the short term. But it's an illusion. Comfort is not where transformation happens, it's where potential slowly fades. Embracing discipline means saying no to what feels easy and yes to what will strengthen you over time, even if that means enduring temporary discomfort. There's a reason why discipline is often talked about as the backbone of success. It's what keeps you going when motivation fades, what makes you show up even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is temporary, it's the spark that lights the fire, but discipline is the steady flame that keeps it burning. Discipline is what gets you out of bed on those mornings when you'd rather stay under the covers. It's what drives you to work late when everyone else has gone home, and it's what helps you choose long-term rewards over short-term pleasures. Discipline is more than just self-control, it's a commitment to a vision, a dedication to a standard that you set for yourself. Discipline requires that you align your daily actions with your highest goals, that you don't let your feelings dictate your actions, but rather that your actions are driven by a deeper purpose. Discipline over comfort means you'll have to learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's the paradox in choosing what's hard. You eventually make life easier in the long run. But if you constantly choose comfort, you may find that life becomes increasingly difficult. The disciplined person understands that challenges are an essential part of growth, that setbacks are not reasons to give up, but rather opportunities to test their resolve. And discipline isn't about denying yourself, it's about building yourself. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle whatever comes your way, who doesn't break under pressure but becomes stronger because of it. You'll notice something about disciplined people: they have a certain calmness, a resilience. They don't get thrown off course easily because they've trained themselves to stay focused, to stay grounded. They know how to manage their emotions, their impulses, and even their thoughts. Discipline gives you control, and with control you gain freedom. The freedom to pursue what really matters without being pulled in a million directions by fleeting desires. When you embrace discipline over comfort, you stop being a slave to your whims and become the master of your choices. You learn to value what truly serves you in the long term over what might feel good in the moment. Embracing discipline over comfort requires a willingness to let go of the need for instant gratification. In a world that values speed, convenience, and the quick fix, it's tempting to take the easy route, to find shortcuts and avoid anything that requires sustained effort. But there's no shortcut to greatness, and every shortcut you take is a step away from becoming the person you were meant to be. Discipline is about consistency. It's about showing up day in and day out, even when the initial excitement has worn off. It's about committing to a process, a journey, a vision that extends far beyond any single moment of effort. When you choose discipline over comfort, you're choosing to invest in yourself, to create something lasting, something meaningful. One of the most powerful things about discipline is that it compounds. Small, consistent actions add up over time, and before you know it, you've built something remarkable. It might not be obvious at first. The rewards of discipline often come gradually, almost imperceptibly. But each day you choose to stick to your goals, to push through the discomfort. You're making progress, even if it doesn't feel like it. Each time you resist the pull of comfort and choose discipline, you're building your resilience, your grit, your character. These aren't just qualities that help you achieve goals, they're qualities that make you a better, stronger person in every area of life. People sometimes think that discipline is rigid, that it means a life of sacrifice without joy. But discipline isn't about deprivation, it's about liberation. When you're disciplined, you're in control of your life, your choices, and your outcomes. You don't feel like a victim of circumstance or a slave to impulse. You feel empowered. You have the ability to make decisions that serve you, that align with your values, that bring you closer to your dreams. Discipline might ask you to sacrifice in the short term, but it gives you something far greater in return: a sense of purpose, direction, and fulfillment that comfort can never provide. It's not always easy to choose discipline. There will be days when you want to give up, when the path seems too difficult, when comfort feels like the better option. But these are the moments that matter most. These are the moments that test your commitment, your resilience, your dedication to a higher standard. Embracing discipline over comfort means being willing to endure, to push through, to hold yourself to a higher standard, even when it's challenging. It's about understanding that the rewards of discipline are worth every bit of discomfort, that each step you take in discipline is a step toward the life you truly want. In choosing discipline over comfort, you're not just shaping your future, you're shaping yourself. You're becoming someone who can handle challenges, who can overcome obstacles, who can stay focused and committed no matter what. Discipline gives you the tools to face life with strength, confidence, and resilience. It allows you to grow in ways that comfort never could, to become the person you're capable of being, to build a life that is rich with purpose and meaning. Embrace discipline. Choosing grit over excuses is about making a conscious decision to rise above challenges rather than yielding to them. Grit isn't just a quality, it's a mindset, a commitment, a way of approaching life that says, I will not let setbacks define me. Choosing grit means that no matter what comes your way, you'll keep moving forward. When things get hard, it's easy to come up with reasons why you can't keep going, or why the path might be too difficult. Excuses may give us a momentary sense of relief, but they strip us of the opportunity to prove our resilience and grow stronger. They provide a convenient way out, but choosing grit instead of excuses means acknowledging that while challenges may be unavoidable, defeat is a choice. When you face adversity, choosing grit is about deciding that you'll find a way, that you'll rise to the occasion instead of shrinking back. Life will always present reasons to give up. Times when the odds feel stacked against you, when resources feel scarce, or when the journey ahead looks long and difficult. Excuses present themselves at every corner, whispering that it's okay to stop here, that you've already done enough, that someone else would have already given up. But choosing grit means silencing those whispers and telling yourself that no matter what, you will persist. It means understanding that true strength is developed through adversity, and that the people who achieve their dreams are not the ones who had the easiest path, but the ones who refuse to give up, no matter the obstacles. Grit isn't about perfection or flawless execution, it's about tenacity, perseverance, and the refusal to let temporary setbacks become permanent stops. Every time you choose grit over excuses, you're fortifying your character, building a foundation that can weather future storms and support your highest aspirations. Excuses often come dressed as perfectly reasonable explanations for why something can't be done. They can be logical, persuasive, and even comforting. Excuses tell you that it's okay to take the easier route, that maybe you're not meant for this challenge, or that maybe you'll try again when conditions are more favorable. But grit sees through these justifications. Grit understands that excellence isn't born from comfort or convenience, but from persistence and resilience. Choosing grit is about refusing to be a victim of circumstances and instead deciding to be the author of your story. It's about taking ownership of your journey, acknowledging the difficulties and facing them head-on. Grit means saying, I will find a way, no matter how many obstacles stand in my path. It means rejecting the comfort of excuses and embracing the growth that comes from tackling challenges directly. When you choose grit, you commit to seeing things through, no matter how rough the road becomes. Grit doesn't ask, what's the easiest path? It asks, how can I keep moving forward, even when the way is hard? It's not about having all the answers up front, but about being willing to find solutions as you go. Grit is the quiet but unshakable determination that keeps you moving forward when others would quit. It's that inner voice that tells you to take one more step, to give one more try, to keep believing even when results are slow to come. Grit is not glamorous, it's often messy, exhausting, and sometimes feels like you're making progress inch by inch. But those inches add up. Over time, they become miles, and those miles represent the journey from where you were to where you wanted to be. Every step taken with grit is a step closer to success, even if it's not immediately visible. Choosing grit over excuses also means embracing the mindset that growth is often uncomfortable. Excuses are easy because they keep you in your comfort zone. They let you off the hook, free you from accountability, and allow you to avoid facing your fears or doubts. But grit requires that you leave the comfort zone behind and enter a space of uncertainty and effort. It requires you to confront your limitations, to look them in the eye, and to decide that you will push beyond them. Grit doesn't shy away from hard work, it seeks it out, knowing that every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. When you choose grit, you're choosing to step into the unknown, to risk failure, and to learn from every misstep along the way. You're choosing growth over comfort, progress over complacency. One of the most important aspects of choosing grit over excuses is the commitment to keep showing up day after day, regardless of how you feel. Excuses often arise when motivation wanes, when the excitement of starting something new is faded, and you're left with the hard, often mundane work of following through. But grit doesn't rely on motivation. It's powered by a deeper sense of purpose, a commitment that goes beyond fleeting feelings. Grit keeps going when motivation is gone, when results are slow, when every step forward feels like a struggle. It's what makes you return to the task at hand, to continue working on your goals, even on the days when you're tired, frustrated, or doubtful. Grit is the fuel that keeps the engine running, no matter how many bumps you encounter along the way. Choosing grit over excuses also means recognizing that failure is a part of the journey and not a reason to stop. Excuses love to latch onto failure, to use it as a reason why you should give up or why you're not cut out for the path you've chosen. But grit sees failure as feedback, as a lesson, as a stepping stone towards success. When you choose grit, you're saying that you're willing to stumble, to make mistakes, and to learn from them. You understand that setbacks are not dead ends, but detours that will eventually lead you forward. Grit means having the courage to try again, even when things didn't go as planned, to stand up after every fall, and to use each experience as a building block for future success. Building resilience in hard times is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself, and it's a trait that doesn't come from smooth sailing or easy paths. True resilience is born in the moments that test you, the times when life feels heavy, and the obstacles seem endless. Hard times have a way of revealing what you're really made of, showing you parts of yourself that you might not even know existed. They strip away any illusions and force you to confront your fears, your doubts, and your limitations. But they also present you with an opportunity, a chance to grow, to strengthen, and to redefine what you're capable of. Resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you build over time, brick by brick, through each trial you face and overcome. Every challenge, every setback, every hardship is another chance to prove to yourself that you can withstand what life throws at you, that you're stronger than you might have thought. When you build resilience, you learn to see adversity differently. You start to understand that challenges are not just obstacles, they're opportunities in disguise. They're invitations to push past your limits, to grow stronger, to become wiser. Resilience isn't about never feeling pain or never struggling. It's about finding the strength to keep going even when the pain feels overwhelming. It's about looking at the situation in front of you and deciding that you won't let it break you, that you'll find a way through, even if it means taking one small step at a time. Resilience is about endurance, about sticking with something even when every fiber of your being wants to quit. It's about understanding that growth is often painful, that progress isn't always linear, but that every effort, every struggle is taking you closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. Resilience isn't just about surviving hard times, it's about learning from them, about using each experience as a lesson, as a stepping stone toward a stronger version of yourself. Every hardship you face teaches you something valuable, something you couldn't have learned if things had been easy. It teaches you about your strengths, about your weaknesses, about the areas where you need to grow. Building resilience means embracing the idea that failure is not the end, that setbacks are not permanent, and that no matter how difficult the journey, you have the power to rise again. Resilience is about having a deep-seated belief in your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. It's about cultivating a mindset that says, I can get through this. I may stumble, I may fall, but I will not stay down. One of the most important aspects of resilience is flexibility, the ability to adapt and adjust when things don't go as planned. Life is unpredictable, and resilience means being able to pivot, to change course without losing your sense of purpose or direction. It's about not clinging too tightly to a single path, but understanding that there are many ways to reach your goals. Resilience doesn't mean rigidly pushing forward without regard for the circumstances. It means finding ways to move forward even when the path ahead looks different than you imagined. When you're resilient, you don't break under pressure, you bend, you adjust, you find another way. Flexibility doesn't mean weakness, it means strength, the strength to be adaptable, to accept that change is a part of life, and to keep moving forward no matter the circumstances. Resilience also means finding a source of inner strength, a place within yourself that remains steady no matter how chaotic the world around you may become. This inner strength isn't something external, it doesn't depend on circumstances or other people. It comes from a deep understanding of who you are, of your values, your beliefs, and your purpose. Building resilience means tapping into this inner reservoir of strength, grounding yourself in your own values, and allowing that inner core to guide you through difficult times. It means knowing that while you may not have control over every situation, you always have control over how you respond, over the attitude you choose to adopt, and over the effort you're willing to put in. Resilience is about finding a sense of calm in the storm, a steady center that allows you to navigate through life's challenges with grace and determination. Another key component of resilience is learning to manage stress, to handle the emotions that inevitably arise during hard times. Stress, fear, and anxiety are natural responses to adversity, but resilience teaches you not to be overwhelmed by them. It's about acknowledging these emotions without letting them control you. Building resilience means learning healthy ways to cope with stress, finding strategies to calm your mind and refocus your energy. It's about practicing mindfulness, grounding yourself in the present moment, and not allowing worries about the future or regrets about the past to cloud your vision. Resilience is about developing emotional strength, the ability to face difficult emotions head-on without being consumed by them. It's about understanding that emotions are part of the human experience, but that you have the power to choose how you respond to them. Building resilience also involves surrounding yourself with support, with people who encourage you, who believe in you, who remind you of your strengths when you're feeling low. Resilience doesn't mean doing everything on your own. It means knowing when to reach out, when to lean on others, and when to seek help. It's about recognizing that while you may be strong, no one is invincible. And sometimes the strength to keep going comes from the people who stand by your side. Whether it's friends, family, mentors, or a supportive community, having people who uplift you can make all the difference during hard times. Resilience is about accepting support, about realizing that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom and strength. Finally, resilience is about maintaining hope, about holding on to a vision of a better future even when things seem bleak. It's about having faith in your ability to overcome, in the idea that hard times are temporary and that brighter days lie ahead. Resilience means keeping that spark of hope alive, even when the world around you feels dark. It's about remembering that every storm eventually passes, that every hardship has an endpoint, and that if you keep moving forward, you will eventually reach a place of peace and success. Success doesn't happen by accident. It requires planning, strategy, and deliberate action. The myth that some people are simply destined for success while others are not ignores the power of intentional planning. When you plan, you're setting yourself up for purpose-driven action. You're defining your goals, mapping out the steps required to reach them, and actively deciding how to navigate around obstacles. Planning is the difference between hoping for success and preparing for it. Without a plan, even the most motivated individual can lose direction and momentum. A plan acts as your guide, your roadmap that helps you see where you are, where you want to go, and what it will take to get there. Planning involves a clear vision of what you want to achieve, broken down into actionable steps that keep you moving forward, even when the journey becomes challenging. Success through planning also means breaking down large, daunting goals into manageable tasks. When you have a big goal, it can feel overwhelming, even impossible. But with a plan, you can divide that big goal into smaller, achievable steps, creating a sense of progress and motivation along the way. Each small success builds your confidence and reinforces your commitment. Planning allows you to see how each small action fits into the bigger picture, helping you to stay focused on what matters. It's not enough to simply have a vision. A plan gives that vision structure and order, helping you to see that every step counts and that every task, no matter how small, is part of a greater purpose. With a plan in place, you're able to monitor your progress and adjust your actions as needed, ensuring that you stay on the right path. The beauty of planning is that it turns dreams into reality. Many people have ideas, wishes, or aspirations, but without a plan, those dreams often remain just that, dreams. A plan takes those ideas and gives them life, outlining the actions and resources needed to bring them to fruition. Planning is the practical side of ambition, the framework that allows you to go from simply wishing for success to actively working toward it. It's about making the decision to take control of your destiny, to act with purpose, and to do everything within your power to make your vision a reality. A plan transforms your dreams into something tangible, something achievable. It's about being proactive, anticipating potential challenges, and equipping yourself with the tools and strategies you need to overcome them. Planning puts you in the driver's seat of your life, giving you a sense of control and direction that keeps you focused, motivated, and resilient. Planning also involves setting clear, specific goals that guide your actions. Without defined goals, it's easy to drift, to lose sight of what matters, or to become distracted by things that don't serve your purpose. Goal setting gives you a target to aim for, a destination that shapes your journey. But successful planning goes beyond just setting goals. It requires setting the right goals. This means goals that are challenging but achievable, goals that stretch you but remain realistic. A plan built around clear goals gives you a sense of purpose, helping you to prioritize your time, energy, and resources in ways that move you closer to your vision. When you know exactly what you're working toward, you're able to make better decisions, to focus on what's essential, and to avoid wasting time on things that don't contribute to your success. Effective planning also requires flexibility and adaptability. No matter how detailed your plan, life will inevitably throw unexpected challenges your way. The key to success is not rigidly following a plan without deviation, but being able to adjust your approach as needed. Flexibility in planning means being willing to reassess, to make changes, and to find alternative paths when necessary. It's about understanding that a plan is a guide, not a strict set of rules, and that there may be times when you need to pivot or take a different route to reach your goals. Flexibility ensures that you're not easily discouraged by setbacks or failures. Instead, you're able to adapt and continue moving forward, confident in your ability to find a way through. Planning with flexibility allows you to remain focused on your ultimate goal while being open to new strategies or approaches that may arise along the way. Planning also requires discipline and commitment. It's easy to create a plan, but sticking to it requires self-discipline, dedication, and a willingness to make sacrifices. Success doesn't come from creating a plan alone. It comes from following that plan even when it's hard, even when you feel like giving up. Discipline means showing up every day, putting in the work, and staying committed to the process. It means doing what needs to be done, not just when you feel motivated or inspired, but even on the days when it feels like a struggle. Commitment to your plan means holding yourself accountable, measuring your progress, and staying focused on your goals. Discipline turns plans into action, transforming intentions into achievements. It's the bridge between creating a plan and seeing the results of your hard work, the daily effort that keeps you moving forward, inch by inch, until you reach your destination. In addition to discipline, successful planning involves foresight and preparation. When you plan, you're not just thinking about the immediate steps, you're considering what lies ahead. Foresight allows you to anticipate potential challenges, to prepare for obstacles, and to develop strategies to overcome them. It's about understanding that success is rarely a straight line, that the journey will have ups and downs, and that being prepared for those challenges can make all the difference. Preparation ensures that you're not caught off guard, that you're equipped to handle difficulties when they arise. It's about planning for the best, but also preparing for the worst, so that no matter what happens, you're ready to keep going. Planning with foresight gives you a sense of confidence, knowing that you're not just hoping for success, but actively preparing for it. Planning for success also involves evaluating your progress and making adjustments as needed. A plan isn't static, it's a dynamic tool that evolves as you move forward. Regular evaluation allows you to assess what's working and what's not, to celebrate your progress, and to make necessary changes to stay on track. Success doesn't come from blindly following a plan without reflection. It comes from consistently reviewing, learning, and improving. Evaluation keeps you accountable, helping you to stay connected to your goals and motivated to continue working toward them. It's about recognizing the progress you've made, acknowledging the effort you've put in, and identifying areas for improvement. This cycle of planning, action, and evaluation is what drives success, keeping you focused, grounded, and motivated on the journey to achieving your dreams. Planning requires patience and perseverance. Success is rarely immediate. It takes time, effort, and the ability to keep going, even when results are slow to come. Perseverance means staying committed to your plan, trusting the process, and not giving up, even when things don't go as expected. Patience reminds you that success is a marathon, not a sprint, and that every step you take, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to your goals. That execution is the force that turns plans, dreams, and ideas into reality. Without action, even the best laid plans remain merely intentions. Execution is what separates those who wish from those who achieve. It's about taking consistent, purposeful steps, doing the work required, and pushing forward with commitment, day after day. Execution isn't glamorous. It often requires hard work, sacrifices, and an unwavering focus on the goal, even when the process feels tedious or challenging. But it's in the doing that growth happens, where momentum builds, and where the journey towards success truly begins. Success is a product of relentless effort, not of sporadic bursts of action or occasional inspiration. It's the outcome of focused, consistent execution. Those who master the art of execution understand that progress often comes slowly, one step at a time. It's easy to feel motivated and enthusiastic at the start, but maintaining that energy when the journey becomes demanding requires resilience. Execution is about building habits that support your goals, creating routines that reinforce your purpose, and committing to the work even when it feels like progress is minimal. Success is not a quick fix. It's a slow and steady build, the result of small efforts repeated daily. Execution demands that you keep your focus on the present task, that you pour yourself fully into each step, trusting that every action is a piece of the larger vision. This steady, dedicated approach allows you to overcome obstacles, adapt to challenges, and maintain momentum even during tough times. Execution requires setting aside excuses and embracing accountability. Many people fall short of their goals not because they lack ability or resources, but because they make excuses for why they cannot take action. True execution demands a mindset of responsibility, taking ownership of your choices, actions, and outcomes. It's easy to find reasons not to take action: fear, uncertainty, lack of confidence. But those committed to execution recognize these as barriers to overcome rather than reasons to stop. Accountability is about holding yourself to your own standards, about showing up and doing the work even when no one is watching. It means being honest about your progress, recognizing when you've fallen short, and adjusting your efforts to stay on track. Execution and accountability go hand in hand. Without accountability, the commitment to act wavers, and without action, success remains out of reach. Execution also means facing and managing failure. In the journey toward any worthwhile goal, there will be setbacks, mistakes, and moments of doubt. Execution requires that you push through these obstacles, that you refuse to let failure define or deter you. Failure is not a dead end. It's a learning experience, a part of the process that allows you to grow and improve. Those who succeed view failure as feedback, a chance to reassess, adjust, and continue moving forward with renewed determination. They understand that each setback is an opportunity to refine their approach, to become stronger, more skilled, and better prepared for the next step. Execution demands resilience in the face of adversity, a willingness to get back up after every fall, and the mindset that setbacks are merely setups for greater success. Another crucial aspect of execution is focus. In a world filled with distractions, maintaining focus on your goals can be challenging. Execution requires that you eliminate distractions, that you prioritize your time and energy, and that you stay committed to your purpose. Success isn't about doing everything, it's about doing the right things. Execution requires that you direct your efforts toward activities that move you closer to your goal and avoid wasting time on things that don't serve your purpose. Focus is about clarity, knowing what you want, understanding why it matters, and filtering out anything that detracts from your path. When you execute with focus, every action, every decision is intentional, purposeful, and aligned with your vision. This focused approach allows you to make the most of your time and resources, ensuring that your efforts are directed where they count. Execution demands discipline, the ability to stay committed to the process even when motivation fades. Motivation may get you started, but discipline is what keeps you going. Execution means doing what needs to be done, not just when it's easy or convenient, but every single day, regardless of how you feel. Discipline is the backbone of execution, the force that ensures you follow through on your commitments, that you keep pushing forward, and that you stay on course even when the journey becomes tough. Discipline means sacrificing short-term comfort for long-term gain, choosing the path that leads to growth rather than the one of least resistance. Execution is about consistency, the unwavering dedication to take action again and again until you reach your goal. Discipline is what separates those who merely set goals from those who achieve them. It's the fuel that powers your journey, keeping you moving forward no matter the challenges you face. In execution, patience plays a vital role. Achieving big goals doesn't happen overnight. It requires time, persistence, and the patience to see the journey through to the end. Patience reminds you that success is a process, that every step, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to your destination. Execution with patience means understanding that progress may be slow, that results may take time, but that every effort is worthwhile. Those who execute with patience are able to endure the waiting, to embrace the journey, and to stay focused on the end goal without becoming discouraged by the pace of progress. Patience and execution means trusting the process, believing that your efforts will pay off, and maintaining a steady course even when the path seems long. It's about valuing the journey as much as the destination, finding purpose in each step, and understanding that success is not a race but a marathon. Execution also requires adaptability, the ability to adjust your approach as circumstances change. A rigid approach can lead to frustration and disappointment, but adaptability allows you to stay flexible and open to new strategies. Execution means being willing to try different methods, to learn from experience, and to make adjustments as you gain insight. Adaptability in execution is about recognizing when something isn't working, being open to feedback, and having the courage to pivot when necessary. It means embracing change as a natural part of the journey, understanding that success rarely follows a straight line. Adaptable execution allows you to stay resilient, to move forward with confidence, and to remain committed to your goal even as you navigate obstacles along the way. Those who are adaptable in their execution are able to turn challenges into opportunities, to learn from each experience, and to find ways to keep progressing, no matter the circumstances. At the core of execution is belief, the unwavering faith in your ability to succeed. Belief fuels your actions, gives you strength in tough times, and keeps you going when challenges arise. Execution without belief is empty. It lacks the conviction that propels you forward with purpose and determination. Belief in yourself, in your vision, and in the value of your goals is what gives you the courage to keep going, the confidence to take risks, and the resilience to overcome setbacks. Those who succeed execute with a strong belief that their efforts are leading somewhere meaningful, that their journey has purpose, and that every step, every action brings them closer to their dream. Taking responsibility is a defining characteristic of those who consistently achieve their goals. It's about acknowledging that, while circumstances may be beyond your control, how you respond to them is entirely up to you. Responsibility is about owning your actions, choices, and even mistakes, understanding that every decision you make plays a role in where you end up. When you accept responsibility, you empower yourself to shape your life, to influence your outcomes, and to move purposefully toward your goals. Taking responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself for things that go wrong, but it does mean looking for ways to make things better, to learn from experiences, and to make choices that align with where you want to go. Responsibility is about recognizing that your destiny is largely in your hands and that the path to success requires that you take ownership of every step you take. Taking responsibility means letting go of excuses and shifting your focus to solutions. In a world where it's easy to pass the blame or find reasons for why something didn't work out, responsibility stands as a commitment to finding ways to overcome obstacles. It's about refusing to let circumstances dictate your outcome and instead finding ways to make things work, no matter the challenges you face. When you take responsibility, you adopt a mindset of growth, where every setback is an opportunity to learn, to improve, and to prepare yourself for the next step. Excuses are limitations you place on yourself, reasons for why you can't succeed, but responsibility is the path to breaking through those limits and moving beyond what you thought was possible. Those who achieve their goals are those who refuse to let excuses hold them back. Instead, they look for ways to adapt, to pivot, and to keep moving forward. Taking responsibility also means acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses. It's about being honest with yourself, recognizing where you need to improve, and committing to making those improvements. It requires humility, the ability to recognize that you are a work in progress and that there is always room for growth. When you take responsibility for your development, you put yourself in a position to learn, to grow, and to become better equipped for the challenges you will face. Responsibility is about self-awareness, understanding that achieving your goals isn't just about what you want to accomplish, but also about who you are becoming in the process. It's a journey of self-discovery, where you learn what you're truly capable of and where you gain the skills, knowledge, and resilience needed to succeed. Taking responsibility for your growth means that you are constantly looking for ways to improve, that you are never complacent, and that you are always striving to be the best version of yourself. When you take responsibility, you build a strong foundation of trust with those around you. Responsibility is about integrity, doing what you say you will do, and following through on your commitments. It's about being reliable, someone others can count on, and someone who stands by their word. In any endeavor, whether personal or professional, trust is an invaluable asset, and responsibility is the cornerstone of that trust. When you take responsibility, you show others that you are dependable, that you are serious about your goals, and that you are willing to do what it takes to achieve them. Trust is not built overnight, but it is cultivated through consistent, responsible actions. Those who succeed understand that taking responsibility is not only about their own success, but also about how they impact those around them, how they inspire confidence, and how they build relationships that support and strengthen their journey. Taking responsibility also means being proactive rather than reactive. It's about anticipating challenges, planning for obstacles, and being ready to take action when needed. Responsibility is about initiative, the willingness to step up and make things happen rather than waiting for circumstances to dictate your path. When you are proactive, you take control of your journey, making decisions that align with your goals and setting yourself up for success. It's about preparing yourself for what lies ahead, about building the skills and resilience needed to face challenges, and about taking steps to minimize setbacks before they occur. Those who take responsibility don't wait for opportunities to come to them. They create their own opportunities by taking action, by moving forward with intention, and by making choices that lead them closer to their dreams. Another aspect of responsibility is resilience, the ability to bounce back from failures and setbacks with renewed determination. Taking responsibility means accepting that setbacks are part of the journey and that your response to them is what truly matters. It's easy to feel defeated when things don't go as planned, but responsibility is about finding the strength to keep going, to learn from the experience, and to use it as fuel for future success. Those who take responsibility understand that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone toward growth. Resilience is the strength that allows you to get back up after every fall, to keep moving forward with purpose, and to remain committed to your goals no matter the challenges. Responsibility is about cultivating a mindset of perseverance, where each obstacle becomes an opportunity to build character, to strengthen your resolve, and to come back even stronger. Taking responsibility is about embracing change rather than resisting it. In any journey, circumstances will shift, new challenges will arise, and unexpected obstacles will appear. Responsibility means being adaptable, being willing to change your approach, and remaining flexible in the face of uncertainty. Those who take responsibility understand that growth requires change, that success is often about evolving, and that rigid thinking can hold you back. Adaptability is a key component of responsibility. It's about recognizing when something isn't working and being willing to try new methods, to explore new paths, and to keep moving forward with an open mind. When you take responsibility for your journey, you embrace change as a natural part of growth, understanding that each shift brings new opportunities and that adaptability is the strength that will carry you through even the most uncertain times. Taking responsibility also means setting boundaries and managing your time effectively. Responsibility requires that you prioritize what truly matters, that you focus your energy on actions that align with your goals, and that you avoid distractions that pull you away from your purpose. Time is one of your most valuable resources, and those who take responsibility for their success understand that every moment counts. They are intentional with their time, choosing activities that support their growth, and setting limits on things that don't serve their journey. Taking responsibility means that you protect your time, that you make choices that support your goals, and that you are disciplined in how you use your energy. It's about being selective, focusing on quality rather than quantity, and making every action count. Responsibility is the commitment to use your time wisely, to invest in yourself, and to stay focused on the path ahead. When you take responsibility, you inspire others to do the same. Responsibility is contagious. When others see you taking ownership of your journey, they are encouraged to take control of their own lives. It's about leading by example, showing others that success is possible through dedication, perseverance, and a willingness to take responsibility for one's actions. Those who take responsibility become role models, not because they seek to impress others, but because their commitment to their goals is evident in everything they do. Responsibility inspires confidence, respect, and admiration. It creates a ripple effect, encouraging those around you to strive for greatness in their own lives. Taking responsibility isn't just about your own success, it's about empowering others to believe in themselves, to take control of their journeys, and to pursue their dreams with the same dedication and focus. Taking responsibility ultimately empowers you to live a life of purpose, integrity, and fulfillment. It's about making choices that align with your values, that support your goals, and that contribute to a meaningful journey. Responsibility is the foundation of true success, the quality that ensures that you are in control of your life, that you are moving forward with intention, and that you are committed to making a difference. It's about understanding that you are the author of your story, that every decision you make shapes your future, and that success is the result of a lifetime of responsible actions. Those who take responsibility live with a sense of purpose, knowing that they have the power to create the life they want and the resilience to overcome any challenge that comes their way. Responsibility is the path to freedom, to fulfillment, and to a life of true meaning.